this video, I'm going to talk more about the LS4 meta train. The LS4 meta train is a train that consists of the LS4 maps. Now, this train goes through Domain of Istan, Thunderhead South, Jahai Bluffs, Thunderhead North, Sandswept Isles. Okay, so the start of the LS4 train, basically, we started over here. What you do is we first storm gates from this area. This is the starting point usually for this train. We go through the gates here. As you see, we go to this area. We kill a few bosses. During the killing of a lot of these bosses, we also get supply chests. So you always see people picking up the supply chests because these give a lot of volatile magic. Some identified gear. Sometimes you can even get karma as well if you have karmic retribution, which I'll talk to a bit later in the video. So once we're done with that, you also advance pretty much as you're killing all these bosses and getting the supply chests. You're advancing to this area of the map. And then towards that, you get to the point where you actually kill Statue of Joko. And then after that, it opens up the next meta, which is the pirates. Pirates, though. Nice theme. Oh, wow. Tried to help this person and I got killed for it as well. After you kill the pirates at bay and you're done destroying their ships with fire at this point with sky scales, we then go fight the boss in this arena. And then at the same time at the arena, we basically get more chests to unlock. Then what you will do is you'll have the choice of doing events. And this is the cool thing about the LS4 meta train is each map has a variety of events to finish. You have a few options. You could either do this, which is basically you follow Astra around the map here in this area where she basically needs to adjust the mirrors. It gets you more XP and more, of course, volatile magic. You could also do Sky Pirates, which is this area of the map, which you just go fight pirates near their airships. Right now, it is going to be quite popular because of Secrets of the Obscure boosting the T6 prices up, which makes it that this kind of content is in demand. Because if T6s are up, this meta is profitable. Because this train relies on giving you volatile magic. And volatile magic gets exchanged for T6 materials, right? T6 materials then can get sold or used, depending on what you want to do it, use the items for. The reason why I enjoy this train is because it's got like a lot of variety, right? Like you're not in one map for the 2 hours. You are hovering between maps. In the map, there's multiple events in each map. So this is why I find it to be a very fun meta or fun train is that it has a lot of variety in every map. And you also could do the graveyard meta. If you have time, you get to do graveyard. And this is all before the main meta of the map, which is the Great Hall. This is the actual map's meta. You're going to go towards killing mobs around this area. You're going to enter the hall and then you're going to kill an NPC called Warden Amada. That's the loot for this. As you can see, it's always VM. Because that's what you actually want. Now, the unidentified gear, you could get away with like also listing on Trading Post as well. But if you right now, and I'm going to say this as of today, if you have a Runecrafter's Salvage-O-Matic, what you want to do is open the green units. The green units, you want to open these up and then just salvage the Masterworks. All right. So obviously, don't do this. You always want to open up the bag because this will also have a chance of salvaging the upgrade with it. So you don't just salvage the item, the upgrade also gets salvaged. If you have a copper fed, use it on the blue gear that you open up from this bag. The rares, you could use a silver fed. For now, it's fine. But if you don't have right now the silver fed, I think you're okay with the Runecrafters on the rares and the greens. And the copper fed, obviously, for the blues. Now, if you don't have any of these two, you maybe want to just list this because you're kind of burning money if you're like going to salvage with this on the items you open up from this and this. But it's not the end of the world if you do so. You could also just use the copper fed if that's the only one that you can afford. After you're done with that, you might still have time to actually do a few more events. And you could also do another thing. You could actually do rift. That's actually interesting. Like that we also now have rifts as like a time killer. You can do rifts now in the LS4 train, which we kind of had that before with the terms of like, you know, the branded stuff, but the rift stalkers. But yeah, it's interesting that now rifts is also a possibility. Again, we're just killing time until Thunderhead South. So you could choose to do this. Likewise, you could also like move out of LS4 maps to go do something else, like go to another map that has a meta running at around the same time as now through wiki timers. You can kind of check like what you want to do. Some people have combined before like other maps, especially from like LS5, right? The Icebrood Saga maps to do things because those maps also give you eternal ice shards, which also can be exchanged for volatile magic, which then get exchanged for the trophy shipment boxes that give you the P6 materials. So there are instances where you can kind of like move away from the map as long as you're, you know, back within like where you need to be by the end of the, you know, by the end of this timer, right? Which is the one that starts for the next map, Thunderhead South. You can kind of mix and match things here. So you don't have to make it purely an LS4 meta train. You can do other things as well. Once you're done with that, you actually move into the next map. The next map in the farm is usually Thunderhead South. And this meta starts around here. The cool thing about this map is just before the meta starts, you actually have this little bit of a mini game that you can get to do here. Go around collecting the volatile magic. Just follow the path here. But yeah, this is like a fun mini game you can do. Just go around the map and basically collect this all the way here. Now it ends here. However, we're gonna go here. There's a little cave here that you can actually grab a chest. There's like all these cool little things you can get in this map. So and there is one more around here. And then once you get these two, you basically just go back here, this starting waypoint, and you go to this area. And you're back. Grab some food, grab more banners, and you go. You actually start this map again. So for this area, basically what happens is you have 3 groups for 3 different oil drills. And you have to basically get them pumping and running again. And while one team of people do that, you also have another team of players also defend by, you know, attacking the mobs that will spawn. This goes on until you get all 3 of them running. Then you'll defeat like 1 or 2 champions. After that, you basically head to the main area of the map, which is like where the boss will spawn for this section. A very good LS4 map will always have markers for like nodes, markers for chests, all of that, because that's maximizing your time in the map, right? You can gather as much loot as you can. It all leads here. All those oil pumps drill, the oils are full, all of that just so we could watch them spill right here into this pit, which will then create a oil monster that we're gonna now fight. So this is the oil slug, literally. This map is not like Istan where you can do too many events. You can kind of like mess around a little bit, maybe do like a quick rift here. However, better for you to just go directly into Jahai after this, because Jahai has a variety of events that will come to. Done. Very nice thing is that you get some crystal nodes out of this one. No supply chests to liberate, but nice dragon crystal nodes. Again, they give you the volatile magic, and there's one more here. And there's the event XP. You get branded mass, which is also volatile magic. That's the currency of this map. Those 4 maps all have currency. Each one has a unique currency to itself. They all basically, when consumed, will give you volatile magic. After Thunderhead South meta, you're actually going to switch over to Jahai Bluffs. Now, this map starts around here, Venta Pass waypoint. You're probably going to do an escort event, and that escort event consists of you basically taking some golems through this passing all the way till this area, Istan, which is basically going to be where you're going to fight the death branded Shatterer, which is the main meta of this map. After you kill the Shatterer, Jahai Bluffs actually has 2 unique events to it. You either have branded rifts, as you can see. So over here, they're doing branded rift. This is basically like to kill time. After you've done killing Shatterer, you can do this. So this is probably like, you know, you kill a few of these rift events and you're done. Likewise, you could also just do regular rifts, right? Like from Secrets of the Obscure as well. So there is that option now if you don't choose to do the rift from this event. Of course, you do these because these also give volatile magic, and it's very crucial. This map makes sense because you do get volatile magic and you get dust as well from them. In general, rifting is very good because it gives you spirit shards as well. That's the issue that you don't get with, like, if you're trying to go for like legendary armor, convergences are better, way better. If you do 3 convergences a week, you're pretty much set. But rift just offer a lot more because you get spirit shards, or you get to escort an NPC called Zia, which is a djinn that you escort around this area of the map, and you're gonna fight some branded crystal at the end. Once you're done with those 2, you usually actually have a bit of time to stay on this map a bit longer before Thunderhead North, and you could probably combine this with Secrets of the Obscure rifts on this map if you choose to do rift, or you do more branded rifts of the map to get more VM. Because the branded rifts will give you volatile magic. Now, when you finish from Jahai Bluffs, you will move back to Thunderhead North. Now, this map starts at this waypoint over here, History's End waypoint. This map is very simple, much simpler, I guess, than the earlier meta that we do, because it's a bit shorter. You're going to basically start and you're going to go through this map. You're going to go fight some mobs over here. You're We're going to clear all the mobs. We enter, we will literally kill all these mobs here, and then we'll proceed to the next part. And after you clear the mobs in a full circle, you're going to defend these two passes over here. They're basically going to have barricades that you're going to have to defend. And these barricades will have mobs. You're going to kill the mobs. So as you can see, next part of the meta is literally putting up these barricades, because we're basically going to defend the keep now after we've retaken it. We're going to defend it. You're going to go kill champion rift stalkers. They're usually at around this area, and one is around this area. And come back to this area, and you're going to fight the final boss of this map, the Wrathbringer. And then that's the final boss of this meta, the Wrathbringer. The way he does his wrath is he basically, well, he does that stomp, but then he also rolls around on you. Sometimes he just likes to roll around. Basically, you're going to grab some spears, and then you're going to throw spears, and then also watch out for the tail. Once you kill this, you're going to be able to have a few minutes to go farm the nodes on the map. That also give you some volatile magic. We basically farm these nodes, right? There's a few of them around this map. So you basically just go around and harvest them, and then you just move on to the next map. There's this one here. Harvest. And the more that you follow the commanders with the markers and everything, the better. Once you're done with this, you'll then move into Sandswept Island, which is the final, maybe depending on the commander, the final map for the meta train. Now in Sandswept Island, you'll have the north or south meta. Sometimes, depending on your time frame, either south or north meta would be up there. South meta consists of you going through a portal from this waypoint. You're gonna go through that portal, and then in that portal, you're gonna basically be farming some mobs in a chamber. You're gonna kill them, and then after around 8-9 minutes, you're gonna enter the specimen chamber. The specimen chamber usually will have you fighting 2 bosses. Now, these 2 bosses come from 6 different combinations themed out of Elder Dragons. So you're gonna fight one, it will die. You're gonna get another one, you'll kill the second one, it will die. Then 2 of them spawn together, and then you're gonna kill both of them. And once you're done with that, you're gonna run out towards the north meta. Now the north meta will start here, and it is an escort event. You're gonna escort an NPC through the hunting grounds. You're gonna basically stop a djinn that is summoning an elemental storm. So there'll be like 3 points in the map where you're gonna go to stop them from summoning the storm. You're basically going to kill elementals while you're getting spinned in like a circle. Once you kill the elementals, you're then actually going to go towards another escort area, which is where you're going to escort them towards the waterfall. Now this waterfall is basically going to open up a cave. Then you go through that cave. The djinn that you stopped summoning the storm is going to be there, and you're going to kill that, and then that will end the north meta. And then that's Sandswept Island. You're going to farm a little bit. Now you can, after killing that, probably do some bounties. Now this is where the meta is sort of done. Now most commanders can either stop there. Some might do Domain of Kurna. It's not very worth the time to do it, but the meta is about 10 minutes and then another 5 minutes of looting. If your commander feels like it, they'll usually do it. Some commanders really don't prefer to do it. Now, the other map of Living World Season 4 is Dragonfall. Most commanders will not combine Dragonfall with the LS4 meta train. The reason for LS4 train, with all these maps that I just explained, is about 2.5 hours, give or take, with all the downtime and all of that. With Dragonfall, it's another 2 hours extra, because this map alone, you have about an hour for its meta and another hour to farm champion chests. Some commanders may choose to do it, some commanders may not. But if they choose to do Dragonfall consists of completing events around each of these areas. You know, you're going to first go in. Some commanders will go through this area first, finish this area. Then they're going to go towards this area, finish this area. And then you're going to go through this area and finish this area. Pretty much the events consist of killing mobs most of the time, or just collecting stuff and then putting it to an NPC with a basket. Once that's done, the main meta starts, which is pretty much you're going to fight the branded monsters around the Kralkatoric crystallized body. Once you kill the crystals and destroy it, the meta is over. You are then going to be able to basically do a champion farm, which is pretty much you're going to go around the map killing champions. Believe 20 chests or so to get from this map, and it's going to get you more volatile magic and some more unidentified gear. There is also something you have to get from the maps. Each vendor gives you this. Now I won't be able to see it because I think I have it unlocked on this character, but there is an XP and a karma retribution gain that you get. As you can see, I have it here and here. So each NPC will give you like 3 tiers of this that you can buy. It requires volatile magic to purchase. It's very important because this gives you an extra 30% bonus and an extra karma bonus as well. This is something you're gonna need to do eventually when you're finishing the LS4 meta train. You're just gonna have to buy them and upgrade them on the tiers. Each map will have that. So each map has to basically give you the same amount. So you're gonna have to buy that for each map. Very useful though, because it pays off in the long term. And it's not that much volatile magic, but it will take a while to get it. But very important to get extra bonus XP and karma as well. That is it. That's the LS4 meta train. Those are the events. It's a good 2.5 hour, 4.5 if you choose to do Dragonfall with it. The reason I like this meta train is because it's very dynamic. Each map has a lot of events to do, a lot of nodes, a lot of chests to open, even some mini games with the volatile magic that you can go through. And the fact that you can kind of jump in and out of this meta makes it very easy. So you could start in Istan and then decide to leave after Istan, or you could jump in the middle of Jahai Bluffs. It allows all that kind of dynamic environment where you can jump in and out of the meta, or choose to do it from start to finish. And you might not even be bored because there's so many maps that you go through, and each map will have so many events. So that's it for this video. Until next time, subscribe, and yeah, take care.